one, we are going to talk about discrimination issues. So sa discrimination, ang problem would be yung quality ng sensation hindi nila nare-recognize. Even yung similarities and differences ng sensation hindi nila na ma-differentiate. They're often under-responsive and they have possible sensory-based motor disorder. Also, they have difficulty following task. So for example, hirap sila to identify their body parts, hirap sila to do activities na visual activities like matching and sorting kasi hindi nila ma-discriminate yung differences and similarities ng mga pictures na binibigay nyo sa kanya or ng mga objects na pinapasort sa kanya. They have difficulty with puzzles or like reading or like looking at books or picture books. They have poor sense of timing and rhythm when singing or clapping. Okay, so that's for this sensory discrimination. Now let's move on to sensory-based motor disorder. With this naman, it can either be this one, too tired yung reaction ng katawan nila. So sila yung low-toned, floppy yung muscle, malambot. Okay? Weak ang grasp. So mahina yung kamay. So makikita nyo, hirap sila to do fine motor tasks, specifically school-related tasks like writing, coloring, and cutting. They have trouble fully extending their arms and their feet. They have difficulty weight shifting. Pag nagpe-play sila, madalas natutumba or nawawala ng balance because hindi maka-cope yung body nila. They cannot adjust the body para hindi sila matumba. Or their muscle is not that well developed to be able to catch themselves pag like kunyari matutumba sila. Then they have difficulty with bilateral coordination. So yung paggamit ng sabay ng two sides of the body. Also crossing the midline, it will be difficult for them. So any activity na kailangang mag-cross ng midline ng isang side of the body, like yung kung kanan siya or kanan yung ginagamit nila pag sulat, hirap sila to magko-cross na papunta sa left side. The other one is, I can't do that. So dito pumapasok yung tinatawag nating motor planning problem. So they have poor motor coordination. They are clumsy. They have problems in gross motor and fine motor. Nahihirapan sila to copy patterns or even imitate movements. They have articulation problems. So, possible din po na magkaroon sila with speech problems when they have motor planning issues. Kasi when you talk, there is motor planning involved. Kasi kailangan ma-open nila ng tama yung mouth nila pag magpuproduce sila ng certain sounds like a, o. So, pag ganun po ang nangyayari, hirap sila to copy or imitate actions or movement of the mouth or movement of the tongue, then magkakaroon sila ng articulation or speech problem. Now, moving on, let's focus more on dyspraxia. It's like motor planning issue, kumbaga. So there is a problem in one or more steps required for motor skills. Saan ba sila nagkaka-problem? Either sa ideation or ito yung knowing what to do and how knowing what to do. So kunyari if for example, balik tayo dun sa example natin kanina na nag-walk sa street, pag may nakita nakita silang naka-block sa daan nila, ideation would be pag-form sa pag-isip kung ano yung gagawin. Now, planning would be kung paano paano nila gagawin yung movement para makaiwas. So, ipaplano yun ng brain. Kailangan mag-respond yung body niya. Okay? So, the process the brain and the body go through to determine how to do something. And then execution is the movement itself. So pag naplano na, ay parang kunyari, kailangan kong umiwas. And then, paano ka iiwas would be the execution. Ano yung gagawin ng katawan mo to avoid that obstacle. Because execution is the ability not to act, okay? The ability of your body to move in accordance to what you planned. Now, signs of dyspraxia. Difficulties with the following. Again, fine motor. Ito yung madalas na nakikita natin. Gross motor, bilateral coordination. Okay? They refuses to try new activities. And then they insist on being the last to perform, familiar, or even lalo na pag bago yung activity. Okay? So, if your child is having problem with fine motor and gross motor skills, then possible na magkaroon tayo, masasabi natin na baka motor planning issues yon. Laging nahuhulog or nadadapa, nahihirapan sila to imitate movements, and they cannot follow verbal instruction na may motor component. Okay? So, if you ask them to itaas yung kamay or ilagay mo yung kamay sa gantong part ng katawan mo or itouch mo yung ilong mo, usually nahihirapan sila to execute those movements. But, if, for example, may mga instances na they can perform certain actions on their own, but when you ask them to do it, hindi nila magawa. Okay? So, that's possible. Kaya naman niyang gawin. For example, sasabihin sa amin nung mommy, nung bata, teacher, kaya naman niyang mag-jump eh. Nagja-jump yan sa bahay. Yung anak ko, nagja-jump sa bahay. Kaya niya yan. But upon command, or like even with demonstration, hindi nagagawa ng bata. It's possible na it's a motor planning difficulty. They know how to jump, but upon command, or like if it's an imposed activity, hindi nila magaya or magawa. They lack ideas for play. So most of the time, possible pag kunyari sa school, hindi sila masyadong active physically. Okay? Nasa isang tabi lang sila, nag-observe. Because yan, possible na they know their limitations also. Alam nilang mahihirapan sila. That's why they avoid na lang social situations. Now, let's move on. Okay pa po ba tayo? Teachers, parents, okay pa tayo?
Yes, teach.
Yes,
Yes,
clear
teach.
naman po
Yes,
yung,
teach.
yung concept.
Clear po.
Okay. Kasi
Clear
ito,
po.
actually, we're done na with sensory processing. So, yun lang naman yung tawag dito, the things that we have to remember about it. So, going back, i-review na lang natin, no? The systems can be under-responsive or over-responsive. So, yung bawat systems, may kanya-kanyang responses, depende kung ang bata ay over-responsive or under-responsive. So, pag kunyari, under-responsive, ibig sabihin nun, mataas yung threshold niya. At ang tendency nila, yung batang ito, aabutin nila yung threshold. So, ang mangyayari, ang magiging parang implication nun, sinisik nila yung input. They show seeking behaviors, malikot, okay? Hindi mapakali, talon ng talon. So, those some of the signs. But, if the system is is over-responsive, so mababa lang yung threshold nila, sila yung mabilis mag-react. So again, if over-responsive ang system, yung lagi nyong tatandaan is, ang reaction nila is to fight, flight, okay? Okay, and fright. So natatakot, matatakutin, laging kinakabahan, okay? And then, usually they will avoid certain situations, or if hindi sila mag-a-avoid, usually nadi-disorganize sila, sumasabog yung sistema nila, so they react aggressively. Okay? So, usually, parang ito yung mga bata na nagtatantrum, sumisigaw. Okay? Kailangan i-resist physically for them to calm down. So, those are the common signs. Okay? So, again, if a kid has problem with vestibular system, so that's balance. Okay? Balance and motion. So, pag vestibular system ang problema, and proprioception, which is more of the body, ang symptoms would be that kid will have possible motor planning issues. Okay, they will have difficulty executing certain actions, clumsy sila, or pwede din mabilis silang mabilis silang madapa, okay, or mahulog. So, I hope it's clear, no, yung konsepto. Because after this, medyo parang more of the practical side na dito sa commonly asked question.